everybody, it's Dr. Carmen Bryant, and this is Car Chronicles. How you guys doing? You all right? Let's do this. I know you're looking at the title, and I know you're saying, Dr. B, this better be good. But yes, that new supply is better than you. You guys ready? Hear me out. When you are with a narcissist depends on the fact that you are unaware of their behavior. You don't understand their strategies. You don't know what they're doing. You're very naive, and you're really all into them. You're all into them. You're giving them all your attention, all your time. You're complimenting them. You're lifting them up. This is all that fuel that you're giving this narcissist, and they're new. So the narcissist is new. You don't really know them. You're just so amazed at the fact that someone will give you this much attention, will give you this much time, the compliments, the conversation. So you feel like I owe it back to you. I found my soulmate. All this wonderful stuff. Eventually, with time, though, you begin to notice that me giving you this copious amounts of compliments and keep giving you all these accolades, it's starting to get tiring. And so I'm tired. Every time I turn around, think about what you're saying in your head, though. Every time I turn around, I got to compliment you. Every time I turn around, you're seeking attention. You're seeking affirmation. And I'm starting to notice that everywhere we go, that's the same thing you're looking for. You want the attention. You even start to notice that, especially those of you that have a lot going for yourself, or you're very attractive, or whatever the case may be. You'll notice that they always focus on what they focus on about you. He or she is educated. He or she owns their own home. He or she has this type of car. He or she has this. He or she. So it's always this superficial. So when they're talking to people, instead of saying, this is my girl, this is my guy, and, I love them, and they're just awesome and everything, they do that, but they're going to throw in why, because you have this and this. So you begin to feel in your shanana, you begin to feel like I'm a hood ornament. I'm just an object. I don't feel like you care about me. I feel like you're telling people about my accomplishments and what I do in my title because you get the attention. So they're paying attention to you because of what I am, who I am, the title I hold, the position I hold, something about me. Tell them you're a doctor. Tell them you're a lawyer. Tell them you're a nurse. Well, my daughter, my son is a nurse. My daughter, my son is a so-and-so in the military. And they always focus on your achievements or who you are, because that's my child. That's my husband. That's my wife. That's my fiance. But it's never just about you. And you begin to pick up. You may be still in denial, but you begin to pick up on, this is very, very superficial. This is something is not right. But you also stop giving them that amount of fuel. You're tired of complimenting them all the time. So they're looking at you like you've changed. Something about you have changed. Who you been talking to? You've changed. What's wrong with you? What you really want to say is, I'm tired, boss. I'm tired of giving you compliments. That's all you look for. You always asking me for compliments without asking me for compliments. You always want me every day. I'm getting tired. You're wearing me out. The excitement for the narcissist is starting to wear down. Now you kind of feel obligated. You're trauma bonded, but you kind of feel obligated. So this is how the narcissist, the new supply, ends up being better than you. It's like a car. When you first get that car, it has a new leather smell. All of us love that new leather smell. It's that new, fresh smell. It's a brand new car. You excited about that car. You drive by windows and see yourself in the car, and you walk by your car, you open up the garage door to look at that car, or look out the window at that car because it's new. After a while, most of your cars are dirty. You had 4 seats, now you got one, and that's the one you sit in. The car just junk. The poor car is just neglected. You make sure there's an oil change, maybe. A tune-up, maybe. Maybe I'll change the tire. Maybe I'll put a fix-a-flat on it. Maybe I'll put a Band-Aid on the car. Who knows? Maybe. It's getting me from point A to point B. And that's the same way that the narcissist looks at supply. You're getting them from point A to point B. So guess what? After a while, the car probably needs to be replaced. It's got high mileage on it. Check it out. It's got high mileage on it. Maybe it's starting to have too many issues. Now you need more repair, because in the first place, you did not take care of the car. You didn't change the oil. You didn't change, get the oil changed, the tire changed. You didn't do this. So in actuality, the wear and tear of the car, you did not do preventive maintenance and services. That's what we call it, preventive checks and maintenances and services. Hold on. Preventive checks and maintenance and services. PCMS. preventive checks and maintenance services. So you did not work on that car, you did not get that car checked for preventive maintenances. Now you are fixing stuff that could have been preserved had you taken care of it. Likewise with the narcissist, had they did their checks and services, had they did the maintenance in the relationship, they wouldn't, in their minds, they're having to fix stuff. You're tearing apart. No, you're not paying attention to her. You're not paying attention to him. People need attention. Animals need attention. You know, plants need attention. They need attention. Now it's getting to the point where that supply is starting to give you a hard time. That narcissist a hard time. Now they start asking you questions. Now they start checking up on you. Now they start making you accountable. Now they start making you responsible. You know, a lot of narcissists don't like to get married because they don't want the obligation of the marriage. See, if they're just dating you, they're just shacking up with you. See, they don't, in their mind, I'm not obligated to say anything. I'm not married to you. But once I marry you, that means I feel I'm going to be obligated to you to tell you where I go. I have to be responsible and accountable. Narcissists don't like accountability and responsibility. They want you to be accountable and responsible, but not for them. You know, the shoe doesn't fit on them, you know, and you have to remember when it comes to that new supply, that is the new leather smell again. So you don't need that much maintenance. See, they're naive. Most of you that have got into a situationship with a narcissist, you were naive. You didn't know. You wondering why the old supply is not running after them. Or they're telling all of these stories, but you notice that you don't have any problems with the old supply. Old supply ain't calling. She or he or whatever is not calling, not bothering you. But you know the narcissist is making up all these stories. So you're falling for the narrative of that narcissist, but you, within time, you're beginning to notice that that old supply doesn't bother us at all. At all. And then all of a sudden the narcissist starts changing their narrative too, like that's one of my best baby mamas or baby daddies, because they don't bother me. Yeah, because they don't want to be bothered. See, the new supply is naive. They're ignorant. Ignorant does not mean stupid. Ignorant means you lack knowledge. And so it's easy. They're more pliable. It's easy to fool them. It's easy to get that attention. They're getting that fuel from that new supply because that new supply doesn't know what they got. They have no idea what they've got. They have no idea the little monster that they have living in the house with them or dating. They have, you know, and in your mind you're thinking, thank God, take him, take her. But that new supply is naive. They're ignorant. They don't know. Some of them don't even know what narcissist abuse is. Some of them are going from narcissist to narcissist to narcissist. And likewise, eventually they'll begin to figure out too. Now, some of them won't even say anything because number one, they're embarrassed. They're embarrassed that this is another relationship that has failed or another situationship that has failed. This is another failed relationship. I have to make it work in front of all these people because people are now watching me. So I have to put on this facade because that narcissist needs you to put on a facade. Because if you don't put on a facade, they're going to tear you down. They're going to verbally abuse you. But now that new supply has to put on a facade that everything is great. So everything that's superficial, everything that you can see, the cars, the house, the clothes, the vacation, the smiles, the beautiful pictures that they take and everything is a facade. It's like a calling card, but it's a facade. It is a billboard to show you. And the more they show you, the more you have to understand, the worse it is behind those closed doors. It slips out every now and then. You can see those micro expressions on pictures too. You can see those micro expressions. But eventually, as that new supply or you as a supply begins to pick up on them, the micro expressions will tell on you. You can tell when somebody's hurting, like help me, but they're too embarrassed or humiliated. That number one, they got the person the way that they got the person. Because the same way you get the person is the same way that you got to keep them. So if you drop it like it's hot, you got to be over sexual, super sexual, all the things that you're doing to try to make somebody love you, to be with you. If you done went and had an affair with this narcissist, or you were the side chick or the side dude, trust you me, Maya Angelou said that when a person shows you who they are, believe them the first time. They don't have to keep proving themselves. Trust you me, you are not that important. You are not the best thing since sliced bread. You are the best thing from an hour ago or from a day ago. But you too, your leather smell will too fade out. And then they go find someone else that is more naive. So that new supply, think about it for a minute, is better than you because they're more pliable. They're ignorant. They're naive. Remember, ignorant doesn't mean you're stupid. Ignorant means you lack knowledge. They're naive, they're ignorant, and a lot of them are deeply wounded. They have not woke up yet. They have not figured out what they're dealing with. And so it's easier, and they'll make sure, those narcissists will make sure they throw it in your face. This one is better than you because they do this. What you have to say is so be it. Because they're going to find out. Trust me. They're going to find out. It's a facade, an illusion.